welcome back. You're watching Plain Speak. Now, the Uttar Pradesh cabinet has approved a new social media policy designed to regulate content on platforms such as Facebook, X, Instagram and YouTube. This policy outlines procedures for managing objectionable social media content and requires legal measures to be taken. It's called the Uttar Pradesh Digital Media Policy 2024, which was prepared by the state's information department. This policy change brings stringent punishments for those making objectionable content along with big offers for influencers. Now, here are some of the key provisions of the social media policy. The first one is that there can be a 3-year to life term for all of those who in fact dare to post anti-national posts. The second provision states that there could be a criminal defamation case and charges for obscene content. At the same time, sharing of government schemes will be encouraged. And the fourth provision states that a digital agency named VForm will be managing all the advertisements. And so that brings us to the question we are proposing: is this curbing anti-India elements or muzzling dissent?
आप देश विरोधी टिप्पणी किसको मानेंगे? भाजपा विरोध के विरोध में कोई टिप्पणी हो या भाजपा के नेता के विरोध में कोई टिप्पणी हो, क्या आप उसको राष्ट्र विरोधी मानेंगे? तो आप किस चीज को गलत मान रहे हैं, किस चीज को सही मान रहे हैं, ये बताइए, स्पष्ट कीजिए।
सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से जो अफवाह तंत्र बनाना चाहते हैं, जो सांप्रदायिक सद्भाव बिगाड़ना चाहते हैं, कानून व्यवस्था के लिए खतरा उत्पन्न करना चाहते हैं, उनके खिलाफ कठोर कानूनी प्रावधान भी रखे गए हैं।
All right, I'm joined in by Dr. Kaushal K. Mishra, who's the spokesperson of the Uttar Pradesh PMO and gut health influencer. I'm being told that I'll also be joined in by the spokesperson for the Samajwadi Party in just a minute. But let me begin with you, Dr. Mishra. The big allegation, in fact, has also been hurled by Asaduddin Owaisi of AIMIM. He's saying बाबा का प्रचार करने के लिए अब 8 लाख रुपए तक मिल सकते हैं। अगर आपने बाबा या उनकी पार्टी का कानूनी विरोध भी किया तो आपको राष्ट्र विरोधी घोषित कर जेल भेजा जाएगा।
आकांक्षा, इसमें क्या बोलूं? पॉलिटिकल स्टेटमेंट, इसके बारे में क्या कहा जाता है? एक तरफ बन रहा है यूपी स्टेट में कानून, और जो कि ये समझिए कि 11 अप्रैल 24 में जस्टिस अनिरुद्ध एंड जस्टिस बेला त्रिवेदी के अपने ऑब्जर्वेशन है, और उन्होंने ये बोला है टेंडेंसी टू यूज द सोशल मीडिया interfere with the administration of justice and need serious consideration. And their remark is that social media is like a newspaper. It will be difficult for government to regulate the social media without any law. Protection would be applied equally to protection as well as responsibility applies equally to social media platform provider as well as government. Individual and citizen has got equal rights for their dignity. So these are recommendation by the Supreme Court, and if the UP government is coming forward to bring down such a good legal policy for social media, I don't see there is any problem. But जिनको राजनीति करनी है वो करेंगे। मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आता कि अगर सोशल मीडिया पे कोई अच्छी बात हो रही है, सब कुछ हो रहा है, तो उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? पर अगर ऑफ सीन कंटेंट डाले जा रहे हैं, पोर्नोग्राफी हो रही है, चाइल्ड पोर्न शेयर किए जाएंगे, तो ये तो वो तो उसके अपने कानून होने ही चाहिए ना। हमारे बच्चों को या हमारे सोसाइटी को इस तरह की चीजें अगर सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू परोसा जाएगा तो मुझे लगता है कि उसके लिए कानून की जरूरत है, और बात यही नहीं खत्म होती है। यूएस भी कानून लेके आया है, आप देखिए। तो मुझे लगता है कि
so let's also have it from one of the influencers. Dimple is very much part of the show. Dimple, what is your assessment of the social media policy brought in Uttar Pradesh? Do you see any issue with it?
You know, in fact, I'm for it, because despite being a social media influencer, let me tell you, when we're in a position of power, position of influence, position of having the power of word to influence the masses, we must take that responsibility very seriously. Now, unfortunately, we've taken democratic rights, the freedom of speech, the fourth estate, way too far, publishing whatever we feel like on social media, which is not monitored by the government, by the law of, the country. Because, social media has been born in the West. From the US, you have like Twitter, you have X, you have Facebook, Instagram, and these are all being monitored by private companies. Now, if you're going to post anything that's defamatory, derogatory about your own country, it should be considered as a punishable offense, because under no circumstance should a civilian have the liberty and right to say something that's derogatory about the country. In fact, I wish this law includes any kind of offensive words or derogatory statements being said against the country or women or children or even Indian sciences like yoga
Alright.
and should be punishable.
I can see Abbas Haider, who's the spokesperson for the Samajwadi Party, is also joining us right now. Abbas, what is your view? The major allegation coming in from, say, somebody like a Pawan Kheda of the Congress Party has been that because the broadcasting bill, which was an effort to censor voices of all those people who were using technology to speak the truth to power, was done away with, or rather placed on the back burner. That's why there's a backdoor entry being worked by the Uttar Pradesh government to bring in such a policy.
Well, Akanksha, it is another example of the dictatorial and this undemocratic mindset of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Uttar Pradesh. I was listening to the BJP spokesperson. See, nobody is for the any sort of obscene article on social media, any sort of such thing. There is already IT Act in place for that. This is nothing. But in a nutshell, this act, which the UP government has brought up, is trying to tell the people that either you work for us, you promote the ideology of the Bharatiya Janata Party or the government, or we are going to send you to jail. So this is what they are trying to tell people. Basically, if you are working for the government, you will get from 2 lakh rupees to 8 lakh rupees. I don't understand social media influencer. If somebody is working on YouTube, he or she has got 1 million subscribers, she or he is already getting 20 lakh rupees, 30 lakh rupees, depending on the views. So that person is already getting a humongous amount. And the government is trying to pay them. So what they want to do? So they just want to influence the mindset of the people. They want to use social media as a tool to work for them. And I think that this is very unfortunate. Any government should not talk like this, should not behave.
Dr. Mishra, how do you assess, first of all, the big question that's being posed is, how do you define what is anti-national, what is, in the best interest of the country, and what is dissent? Because just because somebody addresses the UP Chief Minister by their old name as Ajay Singh Bisht on Twitter, this happened in 2019, a Samajwadi Party leader was booked for doing that. Will that be labelled as anti-national?
No, it is always open for judicial review. Every law, whatever the law we passed, there is always a misuse. But we cannot define the law on the basis of misuse. We have to see uses also. It's like side effect of medicine. Every medicine has some side effect. But we see the effect. What is effect? So constitution is like that. Any legal system is like that. We have to see the uses of that law. If you talk about misuse, there is multiple misuse of Dowry Act. There is multiple use of SC/ST Act. There is multiple use of Ragging Act. But was it right to withdraw all those acts? No. We cannot decide on the basis of misuse. What is use? And I would like to tell Samajwadi spokesperson that he is saying that it comes under IT law. Please, Abbas Saab, it is not comes under IT law, because we have seen when there is a matter of Twitter, and when some tax are withdrawn by the government of India, Supreme Court says there is no law laid down. Government should make a law. And that is why I think the Uttar Pradesh is champion in the law and order. That is why Uttar Pradesh is bringing this type of law to grab anything which is hampering and harming the independence of any citizen. And what is independence? Your independence stops where my nose starts. This is what is the true definition of independence. If anybody malign my image, my personality, his rights stop at that place. I think every law should be open for judicial scrutiny, and we should see law for the uses, not for misuses, which is not even done.
Abbas, if I could bring you in, because
just 10 seconds more. We have seen the France right. They where 300 policemen are injured and more thousands are injured. Bangladesh right, we have seen. US Parliament attack, we have seen. This all by the social media, and after that US brings these law, and we are coming forward for those law. I think it is a welcoming step, and it is a good step. Next, last thing, that as per 2022 data, India has estimated 7.73 million social media influencer in India. It is second to US, and such a huge amount of social media influencer, and it is a good job opportunity for them who want to join for the cause of country.
All right, Abbas, while Dr. Mishra has already highlighted some very good international examples where, in fact, the recent riots in England also have been sort of catalyzed by the kind of misinformation we've seen on social media. Not to forget that in India itself, whether it is Manipur or Malegaon, Maharashtra, or if you talk about how in Palghar lynching as well, we've seen the role that misinformation and fake news has played on social media. Not to forget, I'm very sure that what's doing the rounds after the Kolkata rape and murder case also, misinformation has had a role to play. So why not control what can be controlled?
Akanksha, first of all, in Manipur, internet is blocked, but we have seen, has the condition in Manipur...
Now it has, but earlier when it is the internet that led to a lot of violence.
The bigger question is, basically the government of Uttar Pradesh define, if you have dissent with the government, if you criticize the policies of the government, for them this is anti-national. This is going against the government. However, that is contradictory to the definition of the democracy, how a good democracy should function. It is against that. It is contradictory to that. But for them, this is what they're going to use this for. So basically, if you have done a tweet against the government, they might book you for under this law, and you can even go for a life imprisonment. This is what they are telling. So what actions, what are you going to give to the people who have done heinous crime? If you are going to give life imprisonment to a person who has accidentally done a wrong tweet, we have seen Bharatiya Janata Party leaders how they
this is again a misinformation, Akanksha. This is again a misinformation, Akanksha. That is the problem.
Fictional, but nothing has happened to them.
I think Dimple wants to make a point. Dimple, today supposedly you join the Uttar Pradesh government, and tomorrow you have an angst against the government or an issue that you want to be addressed. Do you think that will be considered anti-BJP, and does that not place you in the dock just because you're on the payrolls of the UP government as an influencer?
See, let me tell you something. Just because you're criticizing the government doesn't mean you're writing something derogatory or defamatory against the country. The freedom of speech in India allows you to engage in intellectual debate and criticism. We are not saying that we're getting paid for praising Yogi or Baba. That's like a very anti-law kind of a, blanket statement that you've made. Criticism, intellectual debate is permitted in this country. The law doesn't restrict you from that. And criticizing the government's steps is also allowed. Posting something defamatory, derogatory is definitely a crime in most countries around the world. So we're probably one of the last few countries joining the race. So why are we, slackening our growth pace? And social media should be monitored by the government. Now it is going out of control. Like misinformation could cause a lot of lives, as it happened in Kolkata, as it happened even in Bangalore at one point in time. There was a TV channel that posted that polio vaccine was causing deaths. And that led to the entire area being attacked by mobs, and a lot of children didn't get the polio vaccine, and that was misinformation by a media channel. If a news channel can be taken to task, taken to law, taken to court, why not a social media influencer? Why are we exempt from that law? Freedom of speech.
That's a very interesting point, because Abbas, remember, the analogy that's often created is that with, say, OTT platforms, just like the way there was no censorship on or when it comes to online streaming or the internet, this is also to perhaps bring certain checks in place for all those influencers who are using free spaces of social media, primarily YouTube, X, even Instagram.
No, in a nutshell, basically the government is telling you'll be above the law if you're working for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even if you'll get even paid for that, you'll get between 2 lakh to 8 lakh rupees. And let me remind you, Mr. Mishra, that these people are not unemployed. You have promised to give 70 lakh jobs to people of Uttar Pradesh every year. In 2017, it has been 7 years by now. It would have been 4 crore 90 lakh jobs you would have given by now. But you have not given job, and these people are overpaid. They already get millions of money.
Dr. Kaushal Mishra, I think first things first, let's have it straight from the horse's mouth. The concerns with people right now is also that why considering you will be encouraging government schemes, is that now also bringing in state ownership over media? A. B. The other concern, of course, is what will merit as anti-national? Will anything that is against BJP be labelled as anti-national? In fact, that question's for Dr. Mishra. All right, Dr. Mishra is not on the debate, in fact, but Dimple, why don't you answer that? Because what, the primary skepticism or concern is what will be defined as anti-BJP?
Okay, something as simple as, just to also add a point to what, our contestant here was speaking against the law. If we can promote private companies and private brands on social media, why are we not allowed to promote government schemes on social media? And who are you to make a blanket statement that we're overpaid? How do you know that we're overpaid? Have you had a look at our bank statements? Most of us are not even paid for the job that we do. We do free education on social media. So if we are promoting government schemes for the betterment of the country so that more people get to know that these government schemes are easily available, then why not? Why should I not use my voice for positive change in the society? Why should I be restricted? Why should I be discouraged? If I'm being encouraged with monetary gains to promote government schemes and to spread that voice or that message to the common man, why not? And we're not talking anti-government, we're talking anti-country. Don't say anything derogatory or defamatory against your own country. That's exactly what you're trying to say.
All right, I'm going to bring in Dr. Mishra, but would Abbas want to, in fact, come up with the rebuttal? Abbas?
No, yeah. I want to respond to what she has said. Basically, if you are not getting paid by the YouTube or any of the social media platform, that means you don't have followers or you don't have reach. Then you are not basically getting any money from Uttar Pradesh. Only if you are getting paid, that means you have reach, you have followers. Only then you will be put to a certain criteria and you will get money. So don't get confused. UP government will not pay you anything if you don't have good standing on social media, like a million follower or millions appear. Basically, it's just they're not providing any employment. They are basically doing this for their own marketing. Certainly, you have right to promote UP government, Mr. Adityanath, or their policies. It's your right. We don't object to that. But using exchequer money for that is objectionable. We have seen that more than 6,000 crore have been spent by the union government in marketing. That is the exorbitant amount of money they have spent in their marketing. And again, this is all about marketing, nothing else. Nothing else. And you are telling either it's my way or highway. This is what the UP government is trying to tell the people or the social media influencer.
Dr. Mishra, how would you like to respond to that? Because, many are also of the view that where does this leave Indian media? Because comparisons are now being drawn with China. Because remember, that is also one country where ownership of the media lies in the hands of the state. Whether it is a Xinhua or a Global Times, are we also headed in the same direction?
I don't think, Akansha, we are a democratic country. That is a leftist country. That is a totally different country. We are the product of the democracy, where every law is open for judicial scrutiny. And Abbas was telling the promotion and propagation of all the government policies. And it is official. It's propagating their point of view as per government policy only. So it is also a business platform. It is provide opportunity for them also. So I don't see any difference. It is like promoting CNN or promoting XYZ, some OTT, social media. It's same.
All right.
If you criticize this, then you should criticize every ad anywhere all over the.
All right, I'm running short of
then
time,
Dr.
Mishra. Let me have closing thoughts from Dimple.
Subject, it does not come under the state government.
Dimple, please go ahead, make your point, because I only have 30 seconds left.
Hi. So imagine if the government came up with a scheme saying that they're providing employment to people of this particular category. And as a social media influencer, I'm spreading this information on social media. I'm actually allowing people access to that information far more easily than they would otherwise. So am I not helping accelerate the growth and progress of an economy?
Why are you
through my information? Are we not working just as journalists? So why should we not monetize our work? If
All
we
right.
can be paid by private
Fair
equity-
enough.
Professional
Fair,
fee, Mr.
fair
Abbas.
enough. In
But
fact, in a country such as ours, which has a democratic setup, freedom of speech and expression is of utmost importance. But remember, one that is responsibly used. Many thanks to you, Dimple and the gentleman, for joining in. And with that, it's a quick wrap from my end. Thank you so much for watching Plain Speak. Up next is the Hard Facts with Rahul Shiv Shankar.